I gotta pick up the kid from school. I have to do that for my full-time job. I work till 5 o'clock. Oh, hey, I'm Suhaiti and I'm a writer, and I'm gonna show you today how to be a writer, how to write a book with a full-time job. It's your girl Suhaiti, and I am a Latinx romance author, freelance writer, and OG blogger, blogging since 2006. I wanted to come today to talk about how to manage your time if you have a full-time job but also want to write that book, or want to be a freelance writer, or want to launch that blog, which also requires writing and a lot of research, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna get right to it because we have things to do and very little time. The first tip that I'm going to give you regarding finding time to write if you have a full-time job is simple. Find the time where you are the most productive. I am not a proponent of waking up at 5 in the morning before your children, if you have them, if that is not the best time for you to create. I am a little bit of a night owl. I am not happy and shiny in the morning, even though with my son, I'm a little bit happier and shinier than I was when I was younger, before baby. PBS, pre-baby Suhaiti. But like real talk, I am on fire after 12 o'clock. PM, not AM. So how do you know what time you're most productive, when you have the most energy? I would say to really take note of your body, take note of when you get the most ideas as a writer and as a blogger and as an aspiring author. Is it in the morning when you're driving? Is it in the afternoon when after you've had lunch? Or do you just feel more inspired to write and have more ideas and more energy at 9 p.m. or at 8 p.m.? When you take note of when you have the most energy and also when you get the most ideas, when you find your muse, then when you sit down to write, it is a more productive time than forcing yourself to write when your body and your mind and your creative spirit just isn't into it. So track your energy and let me know in comments what time is the best time for you to write. The second tip that I have for you on how to make time to write if you are a full-time employee is to cut the television. Yeah, you heard me. I personally struggle with this because I'm obsessed with reality television, but if you are committed to writing that book or launching that blog or becoming a freelance writer, you have to cut back things that are just distractions. If you're someone that likes to write in the afternoon, then cut back on whatever it is that distracts you from getting in front of that computer and writing. So for you, maybe that's snacking, or maybe that's talking on the phone. Just cut back on whatever it is that's distracting you from getting the job done. Tip 3 on how to make time for writing when you have a full-time job is a little bit far-fetched, but I think that it is an amazing thing to do for yourself if you make it happen. And that's to spend a weekend away, yes, by yourself, just to write. Consider it like your own mini writing retreat. You can also do what I recently did and actually just take 2 days off and write in my house. So I knew that I had a writing deadline for myself. I wanted to make sure that I finished a couple of chapters of my latest romance novel. And I said, you know what? Work has been really hectic. I'm a single mom. It's just been a little crazy. So I ended up taking 2 days off of work, of my day job, when my son was with his father. I have the luxury of being able to have that time. And I just hammered out the chapters that I needed to without any distraction and any pressure to really be present for my job and for my kid. If you can't take days off of work, just use the weekends, any weekends. Book something local. You don't even have to do something far away. You don't have to be in the woods. Just go somewhere outside of your home where you're not gonna have any distractions. Tip 4 on how to make time to write if you have a full-time job is to find a community of other writers that actually work as well. They'll motivate you, they'll keep you in check, and they'll ask, hey, so how's that writing going? And oftentimes we tend to do more work and commit to a schedule and are more disciplined when other people are watching us. I know I am. A community is a great support system as well, and writing is a very solitary experience. So yes, if you want to make time for writing as someone who has a full-time job, seek like-minded writers. And finally, the last tip, tip 5 on how to make time for writing if you have a full-time job, is to set yourself some deadlines. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to love writing in a crunch. That's the writer in me. And when I know that I have something due, ooh, I go in. And you can do the same for yourself. Create a calendar and give yourself real actual deadlines that you will follow. You can set the notifications on your calendar, especially if you're using Google Calendar. You can even set alarms on your phone so that you are on track. Oh, that reminds me, I do have another tip, a bonus tip for you on how to make time for yourself as a writer. If you are someone that gets easily distracted when you have free time after work, set an alarm on your phone, literally the alarm, and label it, it's time to write. And when it goes, ding, 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 that means you better go and run to your computer and get to writing. Drop that remote control, put down those cookies, stop talking on the phone, and go and write. That's it for me, your girl Suheidi. I hope you enjoy these tips on how to make time for writing if you have a full-time job. I empathize, I understand, I am there with you. Make sure to leave a comment below how you make time for writing. Also, let me know what time works best for you as a writer. I would love to hear your thoughts, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more writing tips, blogging tips, and more.